So now here's 4 through 10. My mucusless days are a lot more. I'm being 100% mucusless. I can say maybe a little, I don't count the oil as much in this, but 50% of the time I'm not eating processed patties. I'm not eating nuts and raisins. I'm not, 50% of the time I'm dealing with this juice or fruit in the morning, fruit in the afternoon, or it's 2-course meal or juice only. Sometimes I was eating only 1 meal a day. And then in the evening, the combination salad with the steamed vegetables. So that's where we're saying with the cooked thing, cooked is just always a part. It's cooked mucus-free. It's a different concept, so you're not filling up on a lot of the nuts and the seeds, that kind of stuff. Ate a lot of squash, the cooked squash, baked acorn squash, baked spaghetti squash, zucchini, summer squashes. Again, always with a big raw salad. All the steamed veg, all the different vegetables that you can steam, or the stir fries, all that kind of stuff. But I'll also say in these years, I was doing more fasting, as we'll see. This evening meal would just be a juice. So maybe I have fruit at lunchtime and then just some juice in the evening. Again, the more advanced mucusless days, I might have 1 meal of fruit in the afternoon and then have juice in the evening. So, but again, this is the mucusless day. And again, this is what most people would show you because they try to show you the best of what they did. And they would leave out that when that day that they went and, drank some kind of whatever, or they went someplace and they used to have a coffee addiction. So they went and drank some coffee. I mean, they leave that out. And I'm saying that, no, here we go. Here was me in my mucus-lean days. But you start to see it's getting simpler. So it's not as complicated as it was years 1 through 3. Now again, this is getting pretty standard, or it's either going to be fruit or juice. I wasn't eating, cereal in the morning anymore. I wasn't, that kind of stuff was out. It was either juice or some fruit. Lunch, it's 2-course meal. Or this period, I got pretty heavy into, the nuts and raisins. So this would have been store-bought roasted nuts that were salted, and but I would have these big things of organic raisins, combine it with them, and I would get the mixed nuts oftentimes, either cashews or mixed nuts. And I don't want to hear about cashews aren't nuts or whatever. We're talking, how does it eliminate? That's really the proper taxonomy, is how it eliminates. And it eliminates like a nut. And so you want to combine it with raisins, as you would learn as you go through the Mucusless diet for the methodology. The supper, combination salad, steamed baked vegetables, onion saute, dressing, store-bought vinegar-free dressing. I kept that around for a while, those first 10 years where I've deviated too much from that. Baked sweet potatoes were real big. The toasted wheat bread was still there. Nature burgers were less. They still, every once in a while, they would show up. And this is another concept of transition, is instead of, you can have certain things that you might eat once a year or twice a year. I got to the point by the end of the 10 years, I would maybe have a little nature burger period for a few days once a year. Think about that. That's what I always try to get across to people in terms of sophistication of transition. And so, the beans were still there. The 100% wheat spaghetti, which I didn't mention before, but that was still there. There was a few things. I ate a lot less of the soy burgers. I went periods of time, like a couple years, where I didn't touch them at all. And maybe I had it once, like go back to it once, and then I kept going, but I didn't have it enough for it to be on here on this list. And so that's showing you I'm cutting things out, but they're being cut out slow over a long period of time. So that it's like permanent cutouts.